Imperfection has power because our awareness of it can help us grow. Having confidence is important, yet it's equally important to be humble. Humility is about being teachable. It says there's always room for improvement. Sometimes I see a person who becomes so successful that they start to believe, mistakenly, that they can do no wrong. This lack of humility often leads to damaged relationships and prevents future success. Instead, cultivate a healthy awareness of your limitations. This will help you grow. Occasionally take inventory of the mistakes you've made and the things you want to do better. Perhaps once a week, for just a few minutes, is all that's needed. During this time, ask yourself, what's one action I can take to improve on this weakness? If an answer comes to mind, make a note and then schedule a little time in the week to work on it a bit. Even if nothing comes to mind, that's fine. Just the act of being open to change has power. Also, embrace humor. Our weaknesses and limitations have a funny side to them. One of my favorite people I've ever met in my journey through life is Sean Stevenson. He was born with a genetic disorder that caused his bones to be brittle. He wasn't expected to live long after birth, and while he has since passed on, he first survived and lived a full and remarkable life of 40 years that inspired people around the world to do great things no matter their imperfections. He was a 3-foot-tall giant. He often encouraged people to ask themselves the question, what's funny about this? Then he'd share stories about the humor his own physical limitations created in his everyday life. It takes courage to be able to laugh at yourself, not to bring yourself down, but to regain power. You can both feel and say, because I choose to laugh, I now own this. This isn't to minimize our struggles. Neither you nor I should tell someone to lighten up when terrible things happen. But we can find humor in our own imperfection. It's an available, optional choice to consider. One of my heroes is comedian Gary Gulman, who did an entire comedy special on his issues with severe depression. He mentioned one time he had checked himself into a mental health hospital because of a severe episode. After he arrived, one patient approached him and said, "Are you Gary Gulman, or am I crazy?" When you choose to laugh at your own struggles, it empowers you. It also empowers others because it communicates to them that it's okay to not be perfect.